Dear students, hope you are fine. Today, in this lecture, I will explain to you two more concepts of consumption, such as average propensity to consume, denoted by APC, and marginal propensity to consume, denoted by MPC. First, we will define average propensity to consume. What is average propensity to consume? It is the ratio of consumption to income. It shows ratio of consumption to income. Symbolically, we can write it as APC is equal to C divided by Y, where APC is average propensity to consume, C is consumption, so different units of consumption, different levels of consumption at different levels of income. Y is level of income. Simply we can write it as income. Now what is marginal propensity to consume? Marginal propensity to consume, MPC, it shows change in consumption due to change in income. Symbolically, marginal propensity to consume, MPC, is the ratio of change in consumption to change in income, where del shows change in consumption and del y shows change in income. And the value of marginal propensity to consume, MPC, lies between 0 to 1, such as 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 0.8. Value of MPC. Now we will take some numerical values of income and consumption so that we can derive values of average propensity to consume and marginal propensity to consume. इसको हम टेबल की सूरत में दिखाएंगे. आपको यहाँ तक समझ में आया होगा. आई होप सो कि एवरेज प्रोडक्ट कंज्यूम ये रेशियो होता है कंजप्शन एंड इनकम का. ये दिखाता है मैं रेशियो ऑफ कंजप्शन टू इनकम. और मार्जिनल प्रोडक्ट कंज्यूम से हमें ये मालूम होता है कि इनकम जब चेंज होगा तो कंजप्शन पे इसका कितना असर पड़ा, कितना कंजप्शन चेंज हुआ जब इनकम चेंज होता है बाय सम यूनिट. दैट इज इट शोज चेंज इन कंजप्शन ड्यू टू चेंज इन इनकम and its ratio is known as marginal propensity to consume, जिसका वैल्यू होता है between 0 to 1. फर्स्ट कॉलम में हम लेंगे डिफरेंट वैल्यूज ऑफ इनकम, डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ इनकम, जिसको हम डिनोट करते हैं वाई से. सेकंड कॉलम में हम लेंगे different values of consumption. We will write different values of consumption different units of consumption at different levels of income, जिसको हम डिनोट करते हैं C से, it is denoted by C. उसके बाद we can calculate average propensity to consume APC, which is equal to ratio of consumption to income C divided by Y. उसके बाद we will calculate values of change in income del Y, so change in income, and then change in consumption del C. Then from these values of del C and del Y we can calculate marginal propensity to consume. उसके बाद हम निकाल सकते हैं values of marginal propensity to consume, which is equal to change in consumption divided by change in income. Different values of income. Let us take any number. Suppose we will start from 0, 100, 200, 300 and 400. These are the different values of income Y. हमने लिए हैं different values of income. उसके बाद हम लेंगे different values of consumption. Now we will write different values of consumption at different levels of income. Suppose this is 100, 150, 200, 250 and 300. When income is 0, consumption is 100. When income is 100, consumption 150 means more than income. How it is possible? हमने already सीखा है previous lecture में. It is because when we have some past savings or when we borrow money from money lenders or from friends, relatives or from banks, तो उस सूरत में मुमकिन है कि कंजप्शन होगा, और जब करंट इनकम 0 के बराबर होगा या करंट इनकम कम होगा, कंजप्शन ज़्यादा होगा. उस सूरत में हम या तो बारो करते हैं मनी, उधार लेते हैं, या तो जो हमारे पास पास्ट सेविंग्स होगा उसमें हम कुछ इनकम खर्च करते हैं कंजप्शन पे. Average propensity to consume, which is a ratio of consumption to income, and for this it will be 100 divided by 0, and for this it will be 150 divided by income is 100. It will be equal to 1.5. Then consumption is 200, income is 200, it will be equal to 1. Consumption is 250 divided by income, which is equal to 300. This and this will cancel out, then it will be equal to, now using calculator you will get the value equal to 0.83. Then consumption is equal to 300 divided by income is equal to 400. 0 and 0 will cancel out. 30 divided by 3 divided by 4, it will be equal to 0.75. These are the values of average propensity to consume, which is a ratio of consumption to income: 1.5, 1, 0.83, 0.75. It goes on decreasing, leading to savings. Now change in income is from 0 to 100, the change is by 100. From 100 to 200, change in income is again 100. From 200 to 300, change in income is by 100 rupees. And from 300 to 400, again change in income is equal to 100. 100, 200, 200, 300, 300 to 400, the change in income is equal to 100 rupees. Change in consumption is from 100 to 150, it is equal to 50 from 100 to 50 to 200. When income increases from 100 to 200, change in consumption is 50. Similarly, when income increases 200 to 300, consumption increases 200 to 250. Therefore, change in consumption is by 50 units. And when income increases from 300 to 400, consumption increases from 250 to 300, means by 50 units. Marginal propensity to consume, which is a ratio of change in consumption to change in income, del C is 50 and del Y, change in income, is 100, and it will be equal to this, and this will cancel, it will be equal to 0.5. Change in consumption is 50 again, change in income is 100, del Y, del C by del Y, change in consumption divided by del Y, it is again equal to 0.5. 50 divided by 100, change in consumption divided by change in income, 0.5. Change in consumption del C, it is 50, change in income, which is equal to 100, it is equal to 0.5. This is how we calculate values of average propensity to consume and marginal propensity to consume from different levels of income and consumption. I hope you have got it. Now, how to get values of consumption function algebraically. Algebraic presentation of consumption function. Consumption function. How to get the values of consumption function algebraically. For this we have the formula C is equal to C bar plus BY, where C bar is autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption. Or we can write constant consumption. Constant consumption. Autonomous or constant consumption means which is independent of level of income. And B is marginal propensity to consume, which is equal to del C divided by del Y, change in consumption, and del Y change in income, and Y is income. Now from these ways we can get the values of C. Our constant consumption, our autonomous consumption is 100, this value, because when income is 0, consumption is 100. This is the autonomous or constant consumption. There is no current income, there is some minimum consumption. It is independent upon level of income. When there is no income, still there is some consumption, that is autonomous or constant consumption. It will remain same for every level of income. 100. Then there is change in consumption when there is change in income. Therefore, change in consumption, it is added to this autonomous consumption. Constant consumption, 100 plus marginal propensity to consume, which in our example it is 0.5 for all levels. It can be different, but here it is same for all, 0.5. And when income is equal to 100, from this income level we will start. It will be equal to 100 plus 0.5 multiplied by 100, it will be equal to 50. It will be equal to 150. Consumption is 150 when income is 100. Y is income equal to 100, marginal propensity to consume, it is equal to 0.5 at this level, and constant consumption is 100, autonomous consumption is 100, and it is equal to 150. Similarly, when income is 200, 100 plus 0.5, marginal propensity to consume at this level is 0.5. This is marginal propensity to consume, which is equal to 0.5, that is del C by del Y, and level of income is now 200. It will be equal to 100 plus 0.5 multiplied by 200, it will be equal to 100, it will be equal to 100. This is the consumption. When income is 200, marginal propensity to consume, B, it is equal to 0.5, and constant and or autonomous consumption is equal to 100. Similarly, at this level of income, that is 300, C, which is constant autonomous consumption or constant consumption, C bar, it is 100, it will remain same, 100 for every level, and marginal propensity to consume is again equal to 0.5 when income is 300. Income is equal to 300 Y. It will be equal to 100 plus 0.5 into 300, it will be equal to 150, and it will be equal to 250. Consumption will be equal to 250. And when income is 400, what will be the consumption function? It will be equal to constant consumption C bar, which is equal to 100, plus marginal propensity to consume B, MPC equal del C by del Y, it is equal to 0.5, and when income is equal to 400, it will be equal to 100 plus 0.5 into 400, it will be equal to 200, and it will be equal to 300. Consumption C, it will be equal to 300, as we have shown in this table. This is how we calculate algebraically the value of consumption by applying this equation. I hope you have understood the concept of average propensity to consume and marginal propensity to consume. Thanks, best of luck.